How's it going, guys? Chronic Rush here, and welcome to episode 15 of my FIFA 15 Road to France series. Welcome back, guys. And this series I've been uploading quite frequently in terms of doing gameplay, should I say. It depends. I'm kind of alternating this between the Road to France series as well as some of my squad builders. And then I've got the occasional Team of the Week, obviously once a week coming out. So be sure to stay tuned for that. But episode 15, as you can see, we've got one gold rare player in the squad. We've completed the whole gold non-rare team. That means we can go into some of the gold rare players. And the player we're going to go for in this episode is Koscielny, the centre-back. And guys, if you're new to this series, go and check out episode 1, kind of for the rundown. But basically what it is a traditional road to gold. We start off with a very, very simple silver non-rare base standard squad. Go and check out episode 1 for that squad. And then depending on the results in the games will depend on whether we can upgrade or have to downgrade the player. We win, we upgrade, we lose, we downgrade. And then depending on, like, we've got to complete a whole team before we can move on to kind of the next card level, should I say. So we completed the whole silver rare team to get to the gold non-rare team, and then complete the whole gold non-rare team to get to this gold rare team. And now we're on the gold rare team, hopefully trying to bolster up some of the players and maybe get a couple of informers once we've completed that team. But to come against a BPL squad here in the 4-1-2-1-2 formation, with some very pacey centre backs, shall I say. Kabul's quite solid, and I can't remember the other one off the top of my head, but he hasn't got that bad of defenders. But Ben Yedder here is going to go and start off the scoring in the 25th minute. Some fantastic free ball through the middle. Ben Yedder using acceleration and pace to get through there. It's going to make that 1-0. Then we move just after then to the second half, and Jovetic here really should have tackled him a lot earlier, allowed him to get into my box, and he put it past my keeper. Jovetic is going to do that all day in FIFA, and that made it 1-1. Then again, fantastic work from Ben Yedder, finds a lovely free ball into Lacazette, who's got some pace, gets around the players, and absolutely rockets that into the back, and the keeper had no chance in the 71st minute to go and make that 2-1. Ben Yedder here looking to go and kind of close out the game. A nice run between the two players, find some space, and a lovely finish indeed from him to go and make that 3-1. We then go and lose the ball in. We were in an attack, go and lose it, and he's going to go on the attack here. Should have done loads better if that centre back really should have stopped him there. But he's going to go on through and score. But the game finished 3-2. We picked up the victory. That means we can go and pick up the upgrade of Koscielny and improve our defenders a slight bit. Koscielny is a fantastic defender on this year's FIFA. He's got a high, decent amount of pace, and obviously he's just got decent, good defending stats across the board. And he doesn't actually go for too much. As you can see from the stats, I probably deserved that victory, and I was pretty happy about it. As you can see from the record on the left-hand side, we've got 30 wins and 13 losses, which isn't too bad. Probably near a win-loss ratio of just under 3. And that's not too bad, to be fair, especially when we were coming up with some of solid squad, should I say, in the previous episodes, and we also went on a run of kind of losing quite a couple of games as well. But that's Koscielny now into the squad, and the next player we're going to go for is Blaise Matuidi. We're going to put him in. We're going to put him in the midfield, should I say. We're going to swap up the formation quite soon, depending on the players we do eventually get towards the upcoming episodes. But we're going to swap it out to. We're going to change it to probably with something with wingers in. So I think Matuidi may go as a maybe a CDM in a 4-3-3 third form. I'm not too sure off the top of my head. Or we'll change him into a centre mid depending on the formation we have in our mind when we come to it. But we're going to go into this game here looking for Blaise Matuidi. Like I said, he's a very good solid player. I think he's got 1 inform card on FIFA 15 to upgrade to if possible. I'm not too sure on the coin type, but come against a fairly strong Serie A squad, quite a cheap one as well. And you see a lot of these squads come up with Rossi, Gervinho, and Candeleva up top. And they're very good, solid squads. And we go into the 29th minute here, and he's just playing it around the middle. And I knew as soon as my right back was out of place, I knew there was an issue. And Gervinho picks this ball up and puts it near post past my keeper to go and make that 1-0 there in the 30th minute. And then in the 52nd minute, he brings me down. I think that's Castan there. Brings me down for a penalty. No, sorry. Yeah, it is a penalty. Brings me down. I'm not too sure. I don't think he got. No, he didn't get a red card for that. But I got kind of fortunate with that. It's one of those like awkward FIFA penalties you always come against. But we go and slot that in. We then move into the 58th minute and a fantastic ball from Lacazette into Ben Yedder to go and make that 2-1. Those two have been doing fantastically well up top for us, creating and scoring. Both of them been doing very well indeed. Then move in straight from the kickoff here, and I believe now in FIFA at time of doing this commentary, they've changed it a bit easier in terms of defending that, in terms of a patch, but at the time doing the gameplay, it wasn't the case. So I just got absolutely rinsed by it, and that made it 2-2. And then how does that through ball get through two of my players? Keeper not able to make the save, and that makes it 3-2 final score. And it's quite frustrating to lose that game 3-2, especially when I thought that I did well to get back from 1-0 down, and I just needed to really put that final nail in the coffin to go make it 3-1 or something like that, just to kind of close it out. I really, really hate playing when there's only one goal deficit, because as soon as that one goal goes in, you're on a draw, and obviously in this series, I don't accept draws in terms of a game, so I'll replay the game if I get a draw. So obviously, I will either go full out attack for it just to try and get that goal, so I don't have to replay the game. And it also makes things a bit more exciting, and normally my defense just doesn't work fully, and we normally concede. But we're going to the third and final game of this episode, and we're going for Remy Cabella, the cam for Newcastle, who's a fantastic card. I've used him in, I believe, in one of my BPL squad builders. Very, very good, solid card indeed. And we come against a 4-4-2 mix with a Bundesliga and Serie A, with a Barbo and Ramos up top, Aubameyang and Gervinho on the wings, Santana and Juan Jesus at the back. He's got some very, very good, solid players. But Ben Yedder, again, is doing fantastic work down that right-hand side. Finds a lovely through ball in to Grenier, and he's going to put that past the keeper to go and make that 1-0 in the 30th minute there. We then move in to the 50th minute second half here. Tremolinos, our left-back, steaming down the left-hand side. Get fairly lucky for him to be able to catch up with this ball, but he pile drives into the box. Get lucky still, the guy was just missing his tackles, and we end up putting that in the back of the net to go and make that 2-0. And I'm not too sure if this guy had enough in the 53rd minute, or he disconnected, but the final score was 2-0. I'm not going to complain about that. I picked up the win. He didn't have too many shots on target, and he was a road to Division 1. So, he probably was pretty frustrated in terms of we were both doing a road to somethings, and I was absolutely annihilating him. But we go and put Remy Cabella into the squad, guys. And as you can see there, we have 3 rare gold cards in there, and we have 1 silver rare card we need to go and upgrade in the upcoming episodes. Mavuemba there in the CDM spot, who we changed out for Blaise Matuidi due to the loss we had in the second game of this episode, guys. But guys, this comes towards the end of the episode. If you've got any suggestions on how this series could be made better, players to put in the team, put that in the comments. Also, remember to hit that like button. Also, if you're brand new here, make sure you subscribe to stay tuned to my upcoming series and stuff like that, guys. This has been Crush. Till next time, adios!